No, no, that's fine. I think it's live now.
In life, there can be instances where you have been treated unfairly. It can be at your work, sometimes within your personal life. But have you ever thought of you taking lead to this unfairness to something promising? A blessing that you will be forever be grateful for. So our second webinar will be based on same idea. Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Specially Mahagamage and welcome back to another interesting session at Town Talk. And we have invited a great personality to further review this topic. He's a founder of 1 Minute Motivation, knowledge share, and mindfulness agent. He is none other than Asitha Hanthana. Hi Asitha, good
Hi,
morning.
basically. Blessed morning to you. Blessed morning to you.
Okay, yes, welcome to Town Talk and thank you very much for accepting our invitation and being with us today.
It's my honor. Good to connect with you guys.
Thank you. Okay, today we are going to talk about unfairness to blessing. What do you think about this? I think this is the timely topic where we have been in the same category in some parts of our life. Is it? So, with that point, we are going to talk about valuable insights related to your life and especially focusing entrepreneurship. So, stay with us until the program, and you can join with us via Facebook and YouTube as well. So, you are invited. So let's get started today's conversation from Masita, defining the term of unfairness. According to your point of view, how do you see and how do you define term of unfairness? Up to you.
Thank you, especially for that question. I would say because people they interpret this unfairness in different ways, right? So some can say not treating people in the equal way or not being morally wrong. But in my personal opinion, I would say unfairness. I would define unfairness if or when I want something in life, and if that doesn't work the way that I wanted, or rather the way that I expected, I consider it as unfair.
Okay, thank you very much for your valuable insight, Asita. When you talk about unfairness, the rejection comes to picture. So, what do you think about rejection and how it can be impact our life?
How rejection can impact? Wow, what a question! I would say rejection is it's a common emotion, right? So people dwell with emotions, and we are emotional beings. Human beings are emotional beings. So rather than facing the rejection, I would say don't dwell in that rejection thought. Don't dwell in that rejection emotion. I know it's easy to say, but it's difficult to practice. But with practice, you can master how not to dwell in that emotion. Because daily, we fight with so many emotions. We have five senses that always activated, right? We receive, we taste, we feel, we hear. And all these five emotions feed us information, data. The more you consume data, and this data is overwhelming, and one emotion is putting you down, if that emotion doesn't allow you to break the patterns or break the barriers, specifically speaking about the emotion of rejection, so rather than focusing, you divert your attention into something else. So rejection is an emotion, and when you master the five elements, five senses, it will help you to manage this emotion. These emotions can be manageable. Did I answer your question?
Of course. And with that emotion, I think we have uncertainty in our life, right? And most of us have been rejected and been unfairly treated in our life. Now, I have a direct question to you. Have you been unfairly treated or got rejected from your life? And I would like to know your personal experiences.
If I say no to that question, I would be lying. Uh, yes, obviously, yes, many times. Um, I I grew up in a very chaotic environment, especially a lot of family trauma. My father used to drink; he was an alcoholic, and my mother had a lot of debts. I was physically and mentally bullied and abused. I was a kid, I would say, raised in a very challenging environment. If I put it into context, life has been unfair to me. So I thought this is going to end when I grew up, right? Started a job, got married, became a father, and my life was not going the way that I was expected. I was not getting what I wanted, and the same time, most of my friends, they started business and they became entrepreneurs. I thought to myself, hey, I say, hey, look, all your friends are starting businesses. It's time for you to also start a business. So I thought, and I decided to become an entrepreneur while I was working. And I started 7 businesses, all failed. I lost money, I lost friend in the process. If I put it to context, life is not fair. And things were not going in the way that I was expected, the way I wanted. Uh, I was facing challenges. Constantly, every day, I was facing challenges. And I didn't know how to deal with these challenges, well, with these challenges. I was being a victim rather than a victor, blaming others, blaming the system, giving excuses, because excuses are comforts, right? They comfort us. And these problems was literally eating me. And there came a point I decided to take my own life. And for some blessing, I did not pursue that journey. And this is where, with the communities that I connected with, my friends, they supported me, helped me, and guided me. And they introduced me to a new addiction, and it's a good addiction. And this addiction is called self development. And in this journey, I discovered certain elements, certain areas about my life. I'm still in the journey of discovering my life, right? And uh, I realize my life is not happening to me; it's actually happening for me. So this is a famous quotation shared by Tony Robbins. Life doesn't happen to you; it's it happens for you. So one way I overcame these challenges is investing time on myself, developing myself. So I got connected and connected with good people, people who supported me, people who guided me, people who lift me, few people who inspired me. So that's one way I actually manage myself to bring myself into this position.
Okay, Asitha. What a wonderful stuff. And now I would like to ask, how do you convert that rejection and the motivation to blessing? How you convert? How the conversation process?
Right. So let me first start with the words, because the words that we use constantly to speak not to others but within ourselves, the words, they play a bigger role, right? So rather than saying life is unfair, let's change the word unfair into a blessing. So let's say life is giving me opportunities to grow, rather than saying life is unfair to me. So we are completely changing the story, right? You are giving a different meaning for what you are saying. Life is giving me an opportunity to grow. So most of us in life, we wanted to find greater meaning, right? Isn't it? We wanted to be happy. We wanted to be successful. We wanted to be good entrepreneurs, businessmen, and each of us has dreams. that we desire to fulfill. All these dreams are there, and each of us have also at the same time we have fears that limit us. There was a famous quotation by Ralph Emerson. He said, "We are always getting ready to live, but never living. We get ready to live, but we don't live. We are not. We never living. If I think about my childhood, it was painful. Sometimes those traumatic incidents haunted me in certain areas. It's painful, but it was necessary at that point for me to go through that. It was necessary. That challenge was a necessary challenge. If I think about my failures, the businesses that I lost, it was painful. The friends that I lost, it was painful. The rejections, it was painful. But it was necessary at that point. It was mandatory that I had to go through that pain. If I have not gone through that pain, I would say I wouldn't be the man that I am today. The problems usually comes in so many different forms, isn't it? Where all of us have different experiences at some levels, in different circumstances. But we have a choice, and this choice will contribute to the growth of ourselves. We can continue to dwell in that pain. That's a choice, right? We can continue to dwell in that pain, in that negative emotional space, or we can acknowledge, we can accept. The first activity that you need to do is accepting the pain, accepting what you're going through, acknowledging, right? So rather than going in the blaming game, blaming outside world, blaming corona, blaming the people who are putting you down, because the blaming will not serve your life positively. So question was how to turn unfairness into advantage. So last year I lost my job. I was working for a multinational, and I'm a human just like you, right? I started blaming the organization. I was depressed, and it was the first time I have experienced something like that, because in my 17 years of corporate life, I have never experienced something like that. 24 hours, the organization said, hey, you only have another uh, 30 days, 3 months. They gave some options. You will not have your job from next year onwards. I was scared and I was depressed. I was feeling down. I have bills to pay. I have a family to take care. I have loans to settle, financial commitments. And for 7 days, me being a trainer, me being a motivational speaker, I was completely out. I didn't know what to do. I'm sharing my honest truth, right? And as an action, what I did, I reached to my mentor, and she said, Asi, we always see what we choose to see. So my focus at that point was towards losing my job. And my focus was blaming the system, blaming others. Why me? Why not the ABC person? I have done justice for my organization. I have brought revenues. I have been a fair employee, right? Well, without excuse, they wanted me to leave the organization. My focus was different. My focus was I'm paying attention. I was giving my energy, sharing my energy towards the organization, blaming the system. And the first technique, this is actually a technique that I'm also currently utilizing, shared by a famous trainer. I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins, and it's called the Tony Robbins triad. You can Google it and see. I will give you some glimpse about this triad. One is the focus, what you focus, where you are focusing your attention, what you believe, right? So let's take the same example. I lost the job. My focus was, my energy was losing the job. I was blaming the system. I was blaming the organization. That's where was my focus. Second point is the story. What was telling you? I told you, right, the language that we speak to ourselves. There's this awesome person, a close friend, right? And that close friend is there with with everyone. The Some people, they say the little voice you call. I call it, it's not the little voice, it's the bigger voice, right? Whenever we want to do something, you hear that voice, no? Hey Asi, don't do that. Hey Asi, you have never done that. What if you fail? What if the society think of you? All these conversation, little conversation we have within ourselves. Usually per day we think about close to 30,000 to 50,000 thoughts averagely, and an adult, right? 30 to 50,000 thoughts. And imagine all the 80% of these thoughts are negative. What happened? If these thoughts, 80% of these thoughts are negative, what happened? Do you like to spend time with a person who always pulled you down? Especially, would you like to answer that? Do you like to spend time a person who always pulling you down?
No, never.
Never, right? Never.
Yes, never.
And what are we doing right now? If we are constantly pulling ourselves down, the thoughts, the conversations, do we like to spend time with ourselves? It's a question, right? That I don't need the answer. You can answer that um, uh, um, to yourself. And the language, the story we tell ourselves is important. So when I lost a job, I was telling myself, I was putting myself down. I see, you are good for nothing. You don't have enough knowledge. You are bad. You are a loser, right? So all this negative story I was telling, and I was giving meaning to this story, to these experiences, right? And this story, and I believed, because I was telling that to myself. You are good for nothing. When you say like that, I believed. And this is the trick. So my mentor told me, Asi, you need to change your story. You give a different meaning to what you are saying. Change your story, change your life. Change your story, change your life. When you are giving a different meaning, rather than saying, Asi, you are good for nothing, you are bad, you don't have energy, you don't have worth, you are giving a different meaning. Now let's go to the focus. Number one, point number one. So I diverted my focus into something positively, right? Rather than focusing on losing my job, I was focusing on, right, so this is an opportunity that I can spend more time with my family. I can learn new skills. I can connect with successful people. I can connect with my mentor, my coaches. I can get trained. So I diverted my attention, diverted my focus, diverted my energy towards that. So what was the story I was telling? Rather than saying you are a loser, you don't have enough capacity to do wonderful things, I changed the story saying you are powerful, you are energetic, you are amazing, you are good, you are brilliant, you can accomplish so many things. Because we constantly say good things about ourselves, even those are, even you don't believe that good things, you're constantly affirming these words to your mind. Because you have subconscious mind and conscious mind, right? Conscious mind is the mind, um telling you the scientific part of it. Imagine I told you like 50, close to 30,000 to 50,000 words, thoughts comes, right? So conscious mind is like the gatekeeper. He has the logical approach, right? Unconscious mind, whatever the thoughts slip through the gatekeeper, unconscious mind create a story, create a picture, and give you evidence why your belief is truth. Unconscious mind give you evidence through experiences, your past experiences, maybe experience from you have inherited from someone, give you the evidence, give you the backup, give you the proof. Hey, what you are thinking is true, because the unconscious mind is not going to counterattack. Conscious mind is different, right? So whenever you constantly feed good stuff to your mind, or rather unconscious mind start believing in those words. So you are changing the story, you are changing your life. When you change your story, when you change your words, you change your life. And the third point is physiology. Physiology, we neglect it a lot. When you are sad, when you are sad, how do you how do you physiology stay? What was uh, the how do you project yourself outside? When you are sad, you slouch, right? You look down like this. Can you be happy like this? You can't. It's difficult to be happy like this. When you are happy, think about a moment that you are happy. You're up, you're straight, your body is straightened, right? So this technique is also called taught by Tony Robbins. It's in the triad. You have seen Superman, right? The movie. Imagine Superman's posture. How does he stand? He stay like this, right? Stay like this. So this physiology helps you to bring the energy that you want. Can you be sad like this? It looks ridiculous to be sad like this, to feel sadness like this, no? So change your physiology. I mean, these are small things that you can daily practice. Change your physiology, change your focus. When you are focusing, when you are giving good thoughts, change your physiology and do that. Rather than saying, I am good, I am great. You can't say it like that. Right? I'm good, I'm great, I feel pumped, I feel power. Change your physiology, change your story, change your focus. These are the three simple techniques I use to overcome it.
Okay, Asitha. And really, they are amazing. Now, I have a curiosity to ask, what was the driving force to become an entrepreneur? Because you told me the friends, your friends have most of them are entrepreneurs, and you lost jobs and you face some kind of uncertainties.
Mm.
So, tell me, what was the key driving force? Was it happen accidentally, or did you have a plan, or how the setup was started?
That's a beautiful question. That's a beautiful question. I never had a plan to become an entrepreneur, honestly. Never. When I was a child, I wanted to become an actor. That was my childhood dream. That was my childhood dream. Um, but what happened was, I told you, I came to a point that I almost took my life, right? And a stranger helped me out to come out from that. And that person came and spoke to me, a complete stranger. And if he hasn't spoke to me that day, I wouldn't have been having this conversation with you right now. And within a minute, he spent a couple of minutes actually with me. I think he figured that what I was going to do. That's why this stranger came and spoke to me, and that gave me the uh, that ignite me my mission of helping others. Right, I'm in the process of bringing individuals who can help people to help themselves, because people need people. There are so many individuals go through so many challenges in their life, irrespective of an entrepreneur or personal life. People are going through difficulties and they need help, and people are afraid to ask for help, guidance and support. They are afraid because there are so many social factors, what other people will think. I mean, you project a different life outside of your personal life, right? In social media, if you see people post so many happy stuff, traveling. Now it's not, but good stuff. And they don't like to uh, break that happiness whenever people like or comment. So they like this attention. It's a human need. And asking help, people consider it's a bad thing. No, it's not a bad thing. You need, when you want help, you ask for help. There are so many individuals who are willing to help. And that's why I started this 1 minute motivation community. It's a community who's trying to help people, who's offering help, not consultancy. We are not professional consultant. We are humans just like you, who going through and still going through difficult times, but with techniques, certain techniques that help us to become good individuals. And why I became an entrepreneur is my mission is to help people. Simple as that. And while I'm working right now, because I do have certain financial commitments, for me to settle that, I need to have a proper way of getting finance. That's why I'm working for an organization right now. But while I'm working, I have started this t-shirt business. I'm doing one-on-one coaching. I do corporate trainings. So all that I'm doing it because it gives me a pleasure, a sense of pleasure whenever someone is motivated, whenever someone is actually taking action to improve themselves with my guidance. I feel joy. So I wake up every morning. Who is the person that I'm going to help today? Just I'm focusing on one person. That's it. One person per day, 365 individuals per year. That's more than enough for me. That's my joy. That's my happiness. So there's nothing wrong getting paid for following your passion. That's why I have become an entrepreneur. And this t-shirt company that I have started, it's not for my financial benefit. Whatever the revenues that come from this t-shirt company, I transfer that revenue to feed people who are going through difficult times. So my mission in that for the t-shirt company is to feed 10,000 people by 2025, 3rd of April, before 6 p.m. That's the vision. So there are so many driving factors that will empower you, that will give you that support for you to follow your dream, follow your passion. But you need to know your why before you start. Your why cannot be someone else's why. So you need to spend time with yourself to understand your why. Understand your why. What is the pleasure that gives you when you accomplish this? That's where you get that driving force. Rather than me saying motivation, I would say encourage yourself, support yourself to find that why factor.
Okay, Asitha, it's amazing because it's with joy and everything. And do you believe winning formula for the entrepreneur? And what is yours?
Just do it. There's no right or wrong formulas, right? There's no right or wrong timing. There's no time to become an entrepreneur. It's all start here. 80% of your work is psychology. Balance 20 is skills. 80% is psychology. If you want to become an entrepreneur, just start. It's okay to fail. Acknowledge your failures, because those failures will give you the support for you to not to practice it. Follow the successful individuals, follow the people. Now, good example, uh, the platforms, the online platforms that we are using, right? Zoom, Teams, Skype. What happened to Skype? They were pioneers in this industry earlier, right? Before COVID. What did Zoom did? They took the advantage of the situation. They converted COVID into a blessing. They converted that difficult the challenge into a blessing. The same way, I can give you a very good example. This is a local example. This actually, I found this individual last year when we went through the first lockdown. It was a barber, and I found him. So he said, "Sir, this is what I did when I went to the shop to buy dry rations. All these barber shops are closed, right? Saloons are closed. I saw a police person. Then I went to him." and got permission to come to the police station and cut hair. So he went to the policeman and asked and got the permission. So one barber can stay at home and blame the system, and this guy took some extra effort to go and walk and talk and took permission, and the entire police station, you know, uh, got his service. So what if one person can make that change? Why we can't do it? It's all about taking action. It's, I mean, even if he tried, right? Even if the policeman said no, you can't take this, he will definitely try something else. So that's the power that you need to have, because everyone is capable of doing things. We are humans, we have the knowledge, we have skills, we have everything what is required for us to be successful, but we are not taking action. Simple as that. The moment you start action, the moment you take charge of your life.
Yes, Asitha, with that intention, I have a tricky question. Do you believe destiny, or you think can we change our fate? What do you think?
I don't believe in destiny. You make your own destiny, right? With what you do, you create your own destiny. I don't believe in destiny. Destiny won't happen. You create it. You create it. You have the power to create it, and you can create it. I never thought
Yeah.
to. I never thought to become. Mm, become the person that I am right now. I told you, right? My passion was to become an actor. Now I have converted that passion into a way of. It's rather than entertaining. I'm inspiring and helping others. So I'm using a medium, the similar medium, using videos to inspire individuals rather than entertaining, right? So I had a passion, so I have converted that passion into a way that I can serve the communities while I'm having self satisfaction. So destiny, you create it the way that you want.
Yes. And with that, I would like to ask how we can be a change agent. But now you think we can change our fate, right? So how
Yeah.
can we a change agent? What are the qualities we should have for this?
It's a beautiful question. There are so many qualities that you can have. One is connect with a good community. You need to spend time with individuals who will inspire and support and not push, not pull, but encourage. Find find individuals who will support your vision, who has similar missions like you. Community is, it's a must. Community. Second, hire a coach. You need a coach. You need someone who has gone through the difficulties, right? Someone who has already accomplished. Hire a mentor who will guide you. The coach will give you the ways and methods and mechanism how to achieve your goals. Mentor will give you the strategies. So coach and a mentor you need to have, right? Community, coach, and a mentor. So these are two qualities that you need to master. And the attitude, you need to build these, you need to build habits, empowering habits that will support your course, that will support your journey. And action, take action, take massive action, massive action irrespective of the outcome. Take action. These are the five values that is serving me. I might find different values in the process, but I'm focusing on these values. So these values are serving me.
Okay. And with values, what do you think? What is the most important value we need to adhere?
Action.
Or Ola action? Why you are
Action.
saying that? What is the
You
reason
you
as
can
such?
you can hear, listen to millions of motivational speakers, right? uh, but if you don't take action, nothing is going to happen. If I give you this example, especially, uh, let's say you are in a room, you're in a room, right? And I will tell you, patiently come out from this room. I have $1 million, $1 million. If you come out from this room, I'm going to hand it over to you. But there are circumstances in the sense the room is pitch dark, right? And I will tell you the key is there. You will and the candle and the light, whatever the things that you want, it's there in the room, but you don't know, right? You are seated, pitch dark, you don't see anything. You need to find the key, you need to find the light, you need to find the door and come out. You will get $1 million. What would you do?
Yeah, in that case, I have to take action. Otherwise, I can't find that, right? I
Exactly.
think
You
that,
need to stand. You need to stand and you need to walk. Or Anagama, you will get hit by all these obstacles, right? Uh, you avoid and omit those obstacles. You face these obstacles and put your attention and focus to find the key, or rather find the light. Once you find the light, you use the light to search for the key. You find the key, you open the door, come out. So the light is wisdom. Obstacles, when you are walking in the dark, obstacles are the challenges that are coming. So wisdom will give you the accessibility to find the key. Wisdom is knowledge in practice. You already have the knowledge. Your knowledge is you need to stand, you need to walk, you need to go and find it. That's the knowledge, right? Wisdom is once you practice what you know, once you practice your knowledge, that is wisdom, right? And these activities you need to do it. If you don't do it, you will not get the $1 million. Simple as that. Action plays a bigger role.
yes, it is. And Asitha, with that, I think some people think to be an entrepreneur, we need more money or many technical knowledge. And so, what is your advice on that? We need the technical knowledge or big money, a big amount of money to start a business. How can we can attend to that?
So now I respect that question, right? I truly respect that. Sometimes when we wanted to start certain things, I told you we have a 2 million-year-old brain, and brain is always trying to protect us from getting hurt, right? And we will give you excuses not to do it. When we wanted to become an entrepreneur, first question is, where do I find money? Whether my products, whether I can sell it, whether I can cater the market, whether I will have the right technical knowledge or the skills. All these excuses you will give to yourself, right? I'm going to share my own experience. When I lost the job, I was trying to find methods to give me the support, that financial support. So we all of us know we have this social in social media, a community, right, where we can post certain requirements. I don't want to quote the name of that community right now. You sell your products, you share your what do you call the information, yes, requirements. One thing I did, I reached out to one of my friend who's in UK, and he said, Asi, there's a what you can do is here in Sri Lanka. So, sorry, I got a little distracted because of the chumpang. I told
Oh,
you. Come back to the reality right now. So these are distractions. Can't help, right? Acknowledge the distraction and come back to the reality. So my
yes.
friend told me how he find passive income, a method that he did in UK. There are people who give stuff for free, couches, home appliance, all these things. Once they use it at certain time, they give it for free. So this person has gone and collect all these goods and sold it online, right? $100, $200, like that. Okay, so I use the same method here in Sri Lanka. I went to that group, And one person has shared, I'm searching for 20 t-shirt vendor who can provide 20. I just message him saying I can provide. And the same time I reach out to few of my friends who's doing the t-shirts, and I found a vendor who manufacture t-shirts. I got connected with him and did this t-shirt. While I was doing, I was afraid, what if he couldn't deliver the goods on time? What if the quality is not there? All these you know restrictions, the things that I shouldn't do it, blocking thoughts came. But I still took action irrespective of the objective. And it now I'm in a process of, I'm selling close to 150 to 200 units every month. Even right now I'm getting orders. What only thing I use, I connected with someone who manufacture t-shirts, someone who prints the t-shirts. So this is something that I do, manufacture t-shirts, and did something differently than the others, right? It's all action. You don't have to have money to start a business. It's 80% psychology, balance is skills.
Yeah, with that, I think rather wisdom and money and everything, the passion is most important, is it? The
I would
passion,
say
the action, and self confidence as well, right?
yes, absolutely. I would say rather than passion, you need to know your why you are doing that.
Okay.
Knowing your why will give you the boost, and passion and the knowledge and the skills you will gain it. If I elaborate that, rather than saying how you can take the current situation, unfairness, competitive into a competitive advantage, right? If I touch upon that area, um, I'll give you a very good example. We all have this mobile phone.
Yes.
This mobile phone, we all, wow, smartphones, we have it. How often you upgrade your mobile phone, actually?
When this update comes, I update
Yeah, why
to,
do you do that? If I ask that question, why do you do that?
to enhance phone facilities and features as well.
Yeah, so to have a better experience, right?
Yeah.
Right. So when you upgrade, you will get a different experience. What if you don't upgrade it? Your phone will still function as a phone. Your experience will be the same. You will have same features. So our life is also like that. Whenever a problem arises, consider consider it as a notification to upgrade your skills. While we are talking, I got distracted with the chumpa mali. Right, right. So you need to mindful. There's so many distractions while you are in this journey, while you are in this process. Whenever you get a message, whenever you hear a message on or see a notification on your mobile, irrespective of whatever you do, you immediately divert your focus towards that, no, mobile. We want to see who has message, what is this notification, irrespective of whatever you're doing, what important matter you're doing. You just, majority, I'm not saying everyone, majority, you do that. And what if we can divert the same attention towards our problem? Why can't we do it for our problems? When a problem arises, be curious towards the problem, walk towards the problem, walk towards your fear. Just like you upgrade your mobile software for a better experience, you need to upgrade your skill. These softwares is skills that we have, you need to upgrade. See, whenever you have the right required skills for this, see whether you have the right required skills to face this problem. If you don't have the right required skills, invest time to develop the skills. When I lost the job, I had more free spare time. What did I do? I invested on learning new skills, learned about digital marketing, learned about mindfulness, and I'm getting a passive income from that. Spend more time with successful entrepreneurs, develop empowering habits that served me, that served my living. And For you to do that, you need to develop self discipline. Like I said, this 80/20, it's a famous author and the motivational speaker trainer Tony Robbins always says, whatever you do in life, 80% is psychology, balance 20% is skills. Strong mindset is important for successful entrepreneurship, to become a successful person.
Okay, yes, thank you for your valuable insights. Now, I would like to turn our conversation into competitive advantage, Asitha.
Mm.
We know competitive advantage is a set of skills and qualities that the business and people have for a further leverage, right? Now, let me know how we can convert that unfairness to gain competitive advantage with you. How you find your competitive advantage, because now you have started 1 minute motivation. So what is the competitive advantage of this business and what is the message for the audience?
Yeah. So that's a brilliant question. Competitive advantage. I would change that into a different wording rather than competitive advantage. What's the value that I can give? I told you the words plays a bigger role, right? Competitive advantage. These are heavy words. Competition, competitive advantages. No, what's the value that I can add through 1 minute motivation? What's the value that I can add by doing this t-shirt company? To whom that I am adding value, right? So let me take this example. My mission for this t-shirt company is to feed 10,000 people who are going through difficult times, right? By end of 2025, 3rd of April, before 6 o'clock. That's my goal. That's my mission. So I have a mission for this t-shirt organization. Why I'm doing that is it's it's the community contribution, the self satisfaction that I'm getting. What's the value that I'm doing is I'm helping one person at least to make their life. I'm feeding people, right? So why these t-shirts? Why t-shirts? One thing is I don't have a tailor, or I don't have anyone who manufacture t-shirts. I'm using someone who's already doing that, right? What's the difference is I do tailor-made tailor-made t-shirts. Even one t-shirts I can provide. Many organizations here in Sri Lanka, they don't manufacture one t-shirt. So that's a differentiate that that's where my difference comes into play. So when you are an entrepreneur, when you wanted to start a business, you need to know what is your competition is doing. Since you use the competitive word, I'm using that term. What is your competition is doing? What are the good things that they are doing? Learn from them, copy them, and do the same thing. That's perfectly all right, because you don't have to practice new stuff to prove your learnings. No, if your competition is doing good things, use it. That's perfectly all right, because it's successful, it's already happening. Third point, this is important. What new you can do better than your competition? What is the new value you can add better than you can? That is where the differentiate comes into play, right? What are their know what your competition is doing, what are the good things that they are doing, and what something new you can do. So I applied these three techniques, right? And since it's a long term process, while you are having a long term goal, you need to prioritize your short term goals as well, and measure these success. Short term goals will give you the support to create a long term goal. Now today, let's do something. Today is 6th of June, isn't it? Right, today is 6th of June.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say you want to achieve 1 million rupees by 6th of June next year, 2022. You need to achieve 1 million rupees. Is it possible with the current condition?
No.
Difficult.
difficult,
Yeah?
some kind of difficult.
It-
Yeah.
it- that's the first thought that comes to our mind. It's difficult. 1 million rupees, another within a year, right? So how many months we have? We got 12 months. How many days we have? You got 365 days. The goal, the task is achieving 1 million rupees. Okay. Now I'm going to take the calculator. Divide 1 million by 12. Million by 12 per month. Per month, you need to earn 83,000 per month, right? So divide 83. You have 31 days, no? 30. Uh, 83. 2,677 rupees per day. You need to earn 2,677 rupees. How many hours we have per day? We got
60.
right.
60 hours.
Absolutely. We have 24 hours, right?
Per day. Yeah, 24
Per
hours.
day.
Sorry.
Yeah, per day, 24 hours. You divide 2,677 by 24. Per hour, you need to achieve 111 rupees. Rather than focusing on 1 million, can you focus on earning 111 rupees per hour? Is it easy?
Yeah, it's depend on situation. I think in uncertainties, it's kind of difficult.
Absolutely. So this is why this is the power of mindset. When you think it's difficult, it's difficult. Your subconscious mind will give you. I mean, what you are thinking is perfectly all right. It's perfectly normal, right? It's nothing unnormal. It's normal. This is how we train to think, right? Rather, what I said, divert your energy, divert your focus. You have a bigger goal, 1 million rupees uh, by 6th of June 2022. So what can I do right now within an hour to earn 111 rupees? What are the things that I can do to earn 111 rupees? Rupiah 111. What are the things that I can do? So that's where your wisdom comes into play. So you're breaking it down into short goals. Per hour, I'm just giving you a calculation uh, to show the importance of breaking down the bigger goal into shorter goals and measuring. Okay, weekly, I need to achieve this much. So what I'm going to do to achieve this goal? So if I have not achieved the X amount, why I couldn't achieve it? These are the things I did. So these things, it didn't help me to achieve this. So what I can do differently to achieve this? Got it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, thank you very much, Aspen. I think the subconscious is how much important for us to get a competitive advantage. You highlighted that. And with that, I think we have concluded the session. Now we are giving chances to audience. If they have question, Asita is ready to answer their questions. So you can comment on the chat box. And Asita, once again, thank you very much for your insights and mindful knowledge sharing with us. So, if anyone interested, you can, yeah, the committee said we don't have much questions today. And at last, what is your message to audience who wants to change their mindset to positive gestures? As an entrepreneur, as a successful and mindful individual.
You can't go to new destinations by opening old doors. For you to go to new destinations, you need to open new doors.
Wow, great. Thank you, Asita, for sharing your
Yeah.
valuable. It's amazing and it's fruitful too. And it's time to conclude our today's session. And with that, I would like to add our town talk message to our audience. That is, it is okay to be unfairly treated, but they have some kind of situations or fair reasons to do that. But you should have a courage to turn it out to blessing and find your different path. And we are telling you again, be a change with positive vibes and try again and don't give up. Don't give up, and one day you will be grateful. With that point, I'm concluding today's session, and thank you very much for the audience too. And we will be back another session with town 2, and until then, stay safe and goodbye.
Is Nehansa and the team, are they joining officially?
Yeah, there. Nehansa, are you there? If they have any questions, we can answer, but we didn't get any questions. That's why we
That's
just.
fine. That's perfect. That's perfect. Cool, Nehan.